If you're prospecting or marketing properly, you'll want to know just how effective your efforts are. You'll want to know what's working and what's not. And you'll want to know how to improve everything more and more so you get the results you're after. One of the tools that you can use to improve the success of your Craigslist postings is a counter. A hit counter will tell you how many people view your posting. So why is this important? Well, if you've set up a posting on Craigslist, written a great description, included some images that maybe took you a while to track down, maybe you've sifted through a number of templates until you found the right one. In other words, you put a fair amount of effort into your posting. And let's say that 5 days goes by, and after those 5 days, you've received one phone call. Now, there's a good chance your spirits may be down. Maybe you were expecting more out of that posting, and you may consider it somewhat of a failure. Well, if you did have that attitude, you'd probably be under the assumption that hundreds of people must have looked at your posting, and only one of those people was moved enough to give you a phone call. But let's say that in reality, that posting was only viewed 10 times in those 5 days. It only had 10 hits. And out of those 10 hits, you got one phone call. Well, that would mean that your posting actually had a 10% conversion rate. 1 out of 10 viewers called you. And a 10% conversion rate is actually pretty incredible. So the point here is, you'll get an entirely new perspective by looking at the actual statistics of the marketing you do whenever possible. In reality, that posting that got one phone call in 5 days was brilliant, and all you'd have to do is use it in more places. But if you didn't know that, there's a good chance you would have pulled it down or started over from scratch making a new posting, simply because you didn't understand that it was actually converting very, very well for you. So hopefully that paints a picture of just how important it can be to know the statistics. And in this case, to know how many people are actually viewing your Craigslist postings. In this video, let's walk through exactly how to install one of those little counters in your posting. It's very easy to do, not much more than a little copy and paste. And to begin, we'll head over to www.codbag.com. And we'll click on CB Basic here at the top. So this is a hit counter. And here you can edit the look of the counter to get something that looks seamless in your posting. Now typically you'll just want something fairly small. It isn't really necessary that it stand out much, but that's really up to you. So here you can edit the size of the numbers in the counter. Here you can select the color. And on this side you can select the style of numbers used. And when you're ready, go ahead and select click to get the HTML code here. And on this page, we'll copy this code to be pasted into the Craigslist posting. Choose Select All here, then right-click on the code and choose Copy. Next, head over to your posting at Craigslist and paste the code into the bottom of your posting. Then click Continue and complete your posting as you normally would until it's live on the site. So every time someone visits your posting, the counter will show it, giving you the data that you need. Now there is another free Craigslist counter you can use that actually addresses a couple other issues. Number one, it's helpful to know how many of the visits in your counter are unique, meaning they're different people as opposed to the same people going back to your posting more than once. And number two, where are those visitors located? Chances are they're located in the city you're advertising in, but still it can be helpful to know for sure. And over at craigscounter.com is a free counter that addresses those two issues, and you may want to use this counter instead. It's completely up to you, of course. This is just another option for you. Simply click the large Get Started button in the center of the screen. Then you have a few options in this drop-down box. You can leave the default, which shows all visits and counts them all. You can choose Don't Show a Counter, which still counts them all, but in this case it doesn't display the counter in your posting for all your visitors to see. And lastly, you can choose Show Only Unique Visits, which again only counts a visit if it's a unique person who hasn't already visited that page before, which makes your statistics even more reliable. Now with this counter you don't have all of the options to edit its appearance, but there is another nice feature that we'll see in a moment. But before we get there, it does ask for your email address. And after entering your email address, just click the Generate button. And here you'll highlight and copy this code, then paste it into your Craigslist posting as we went over before. But before you leave this page, click this link here, and you'll visit and be able to bookmark your analytics page, or as they call it, Craigalytics. And what this opens up is a monitoring page. This page is specific to your posting only. So you'll want to bookmark it so that you can return to it later to view your stats. Just click Control-D to bookmark the page. This page tells you the count, how many visitors have visited your posting, and it maps out their location here on this map so you can get an idea of where your traffic is located. It also tells you what percentage of your visitors are returning visitors, meaning they've already looked at your posting more than once. All good information to have. So take a look at either counter and choose the one that fits your needs. Include a counter in each of your Craigslist postings and use the stats that it gathers to improve and get better and better results.